It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Falcons and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get...
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This taken in right around the goal line. Make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Gets through and now an opening. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. On the counter, this is Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Robinson gets around him. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So the Packers offense backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by the former #3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
That's complete to Wicks. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Singleton. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Singleton. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 2nd and a couple. Stroud sets up the play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll leave you 4th down. On down to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. Fielded at the 20. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He finds his receiver, Watson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
2nd down and 8. A give to Robinson on the option. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Robinson with another carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Falcons had 10-6 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stroud's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground.
But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. Now a 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Oh, he shifts past him. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run the counter. Singleton. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Lance looking to throw it. Steps away to his left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Here's Stroud. And complete to Drake London. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Completion here to Claypool. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
1st down, Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their home with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this 1st half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. Play action. Stroud now. Claypool with another catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Albert O, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Their 1st passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On play action, Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Now Lance again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Lance. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Lance. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Down to about the 22 here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. Throwing on first down is Lance. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A final shot before half for Lance. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, headed into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. It's Desmond Ridder with a touchdown pass there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Singleton. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Lance to throw on second down here. That's complete to Wicks. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Lance. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. An inside give to Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. Now, I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Now Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that'll be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
He was covered by Brian Branch.
On 2nd down, Singleton. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. Touchdown, Falcons! Chase Claypool from 8 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away, and it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing now is Stroud.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Lance now on 1st down. Quick slant to Watson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Lance.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
That's another Packers 1st down.
On 1st down, Lance. A check down here to Jones.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
13 more yards. That's another Packers 1st down.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Here's Bradley Pena now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Lance looking to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. For a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Lance again. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Lance. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st. And now they're in the hurry up.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Lance. This one swung out here to Jones.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Lance. That is caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's Lance.
Being chased out left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Trey Lance
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Touchdown, Falcons!
A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
115 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Atlanta,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Packers,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' sure-handed wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Saints and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Quite make it to the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And you look at this Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making...
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The point after, goodbye Groupie. And that makes the score 7-0. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the second down and 4.
To throw is Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. Murray going to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Murray.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10.
Cameron Gansler on the coverage.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he's got room. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They go play fake. Mahomes in trouble, and he's taken down.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Mahomes throw caught by Olave.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now here's Mahomes.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed. A gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
And again, it's Mahomes.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Groupie for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Murray now running left off the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Perry on the move to the right.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes
finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Mahomes now on first down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Brian Asamoah.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
With the score, Saints 14, Cardinals 7.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
3rd and 2.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Murray now.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Murray now on 1st down.
Going for a right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Throwing now is Murray.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cards have cut it back within a score.
And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Meanwhile, Mahomes, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Michael Dana Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play fake. Murray. He's got the connection to Cooper. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Murray. His throw incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From a yard out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Oh, nice move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mahomes now on first down. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he's got this down to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. Mahomes to throw on second down. Olave over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Mayer from 6 yards away. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. First down, Murray. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kayvon Thibodeau, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Bryce Young has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes' throw caught by Olave. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. He stiff arms him, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 115 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Finds Gibbs on the check down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave.
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Murray now. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
On first down, Mahomes.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
They got drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Bobby Brown in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his third touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yeah.
So right now, instead of warp speed,
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And 12 at the 35-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
124 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Murray going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now Murray. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Shotgun now for Murray. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Working the
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
throwing again, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile.
Completes it to Perry.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New Orleans.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Saints.
Michael Mayer,
64 yards.
And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cardinals 35.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Cardinals, first down.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
To throw is Murray. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I'm in sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Murray. He's got him. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Perry on the move to the right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. A give right side for Gibbs.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Mahomes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This is 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Saints,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,
this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign.
And with some high